Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, where the sound of the big red siren signals it is time for football. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Arizona Cardinals. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. These guys coming off a win to push their record to 2-1 here in the first month of the season. Across from him, his counterpart, the Cardinals' Jonathan Gannon. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, and we'll see if he can keep a string of good games going right here.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
On the ground, this is Amari in Hampton. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Young now after the fumble recovery. And a catch right side by Evans. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
It's Young off play action. His pass caught at the 4. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Cardinals'
Young.
45.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Give that sack to Kobe Dean.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Young with it, 3rd and goal. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And a completion to Wilson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Cardinals first down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. You look at this Carolina defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
They're going to look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Hampton will take this one in. It's a Cardinal touchdown. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the 2nd try.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
First down.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Mac Wilson on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
These two teams all tied after 1. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. A running play. It's Dowdle. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
He had to fight for every yard of the run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Offside. Defense.
And with the big gain, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty.
That penalty is declined.
Looking to throw, Young. Now he's going to step up and run. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
That's another Panthers first down. First and goal, Carolina.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how it can hurt you.
A gain of 7 brings up second and goal.
Dowdle is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
Brings up third and goal.
Young to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now they're staring at a fourth down as Arizona's defense does its job. Young to throw on fourth. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers take the chance on fourth and goal, and it pays off with 6. Big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So here are the Panthers set to take over. They were 7-point winners a week ago, and they lead by 7 here as well as they start out 1st and 10. They run here with Dowdle. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Young to throw it. They'll find McMillan here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Young. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Young now. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, CD, that's his second touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
That's so educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They work now on 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Pass knocked away by J.C. Horn. So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. The Panthers offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play as borne out by the numbers. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Final play of the half, Young. And this is incomplete. So halftime here out west, let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. This the first official Sunday of fall, the final week before byes kick in. A full schedule of 16 games on tap. Let's roll. Our look around the NFL starts now. It begins at Gillette Stadium, the Patriots at home to take on the Baltimore Ravens. And this is the running back. He's going to take it in, 18 yards away, it's a touchdown. The Ravens get back to 500 at 2-2 with the road win. Next, let's go to Landover, Maryland, just outside the nation's capital. Looking in on the Commanders, they're hosting the Detroit Lions. And it's Jared Goff. A 17-yard touchdown pass. The Lions are now 4-0. What a first month as they continue to roll. Lastly, let's go to Nashville. It's the Titans hosting the Minnesota Vikings. And this is Cam Ward. This is going to end up a touchdown. The Titans get back to 500, 2 up, 2 down as they get the victory at home. With that, time to look at the rest of the action here in Week 4 as we wrap up the first month of the season. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So the Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here's 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Now here's Young. He'll try and do this himself. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Cardinals.
They go play action here on 1st down. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Bryce Young thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They'll work inside here. Hampton. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Trayvon Herring on the tackle. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now back to throw. Pass complete there to Harrison. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And the Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 46.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. It's brought in by Wilson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
That's another.
On 1st down, it's Hampton. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
2nd and 13. They'll get that complete to Harrison.
The second down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Harrison Jr.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up fourth down.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. On the run, it's Dowdle. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Panthers first down. It's a gain of 10.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 44.
I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Young. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt.
It's a gain of 5.
The Panthers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Young quickly to the flat. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it'll be 4th down.
The Panthers field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this will remain an 11-point spread. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Over the middle, complete. It's Harrison. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Harrison Jr. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
He's going to try and do this himself. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
To the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 3.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
A gain of 2. Brings up 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind that it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now 3rd down and 7. Now Young. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Cards are right back in this football game. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
This is 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Here comes 2nd down.
To number 23. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll drop the throw. He finds his man complete. That's Harrison. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll set up a throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
First down.
Back to throw again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Panthers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And the Panthers coming out now. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The Cards going nickel, an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. They'll run again. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field, despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now.
They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he will get out of bounds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. 6, maybe 7.
3rd and 4.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And he will have the conversion on 4th down. He's out of bounds as well to keep their hopes alive.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll look to throw again.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
First down pass.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Looking to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Short of midfield.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
It's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
So they tried to tack on 2 more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.
So for Carolina, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.